My name is Kelsey Burnett.
My name is Brittle.
My name is Maria Burgos.
I'm Joseph Brooks.
My name is Anna Claire Bridge.
My name is Raymond Budoff-Kingsman.
And the art piece that my group is doing is Picasso Goes to Heaven by Red Grooms. It's a very complex piece with many aspects coming into play. There's many uses of colors, shapes, lines, people, animals, and figures that can give many different depictions of the artwork. I'd say it's a fairly chaotic piece because there's so much going on into it. So you can create many different meanings of this artwork. Figures in it are almost three-dimensional. They come off as cartoon-like characters. There are many different colors blended together and figures overlapping in the painting. The more you look at it, the more detail that you will find and the more intense that it gets for the viewer. I'd say a significant formal element would be his use of space, because he did not leave any empty space, which really gives a chaotic mood for the viewer. He used space to its full potential in order to give it more meaning, and he used watercolor to blend it all together and create a very chaotic blended scene. I can make a connection with Picasso Goes to Heaven with my major, because my major is sociology, which is like the study of human behavior and how people interact, and it all intertwines into one society. And just like in this painting, there's so many people and animals all doing different things, which creates a scene of chaos. And just like in a real society or civilization today, there's always going to be chaos in some form. So I think it's really easy to make a connection between a society and this painting.
This project, my group chose the painting called Picasso Goes to Heaven. I chose to evaluate it based on the element of light and value. The painting does contain almost entirely very light hues. So while there are both warm and cool colors, they're all mixed into this sort of like pastel form, which, gives it an element of, more light, more happiness, joy. I think this kind of relates to my major because I'm studying biology. I want to be a veterinarian. When I'm working, I'm gonna try to make everything be as happy as possible for my patients. I'm gonna want to make everyone that I work with and work for feel good and feel optimistic.
And my group did the Picasso Goes to Heaven artwork, and my formal element that I picked is shape and volume, because it's something that stuck out the most in the artwork. Since it's called Picasso Goes to Heaven, and through the shapes he shows like what he depicts as like paradise, because you could see in his other artwork too, it's not just a copy of something that already exists. He makes his own shapes and his own different forms and everything like that. This is something that I could relate to in my major, because my major is political science, and what I want to do when I'm older is going to be a lot of doing what I think is the best idea, just like Picasso's doing in his artwork when he depicts these people in different ways, in different shapes, sizes, because that's like perfect to him. So political science, if I wanted to be a lawyer when I'm older or a politician, I'm going to do things that I depict as like, you could say, paradise, like he would. It's the same, because I'm going to be looking for what's ideal when I'm working in my career and I'm working through college, and just like he found what was ideal in his painting.
We decided to choose Picasso Goes to Heaven. The formal element I chose to discuss was texture and pattern, which we discussed the definition in class, which is the surface quality of something in terms of texture, and pattern is clearly defined as just a combination of things. For Picasso Goes to Heaven, it was clear the pattern was a combination of faces and emotions you just continuously saw throughout the piece of art, which is definitely what drew me in. And the texture, although I couldn't physically feel it, I felt that it would be something definitely grainy as well. It seemed just like a beautiful piece. In connection to life and my major, I felt that life is crazy. Your mind is also full of thousands of thoughts and images on a daily basis, and this is almost what is just spit out by Picasso in this piece of artwork. And it's definitely really relatable to me and life and what I'm going through as a college student and just life in general. So that's definitely what drew me in, and that's my discussion. Thank you.
Our group picked Picasso Goes to Heaven because of how different it was from the rest of the pieces in the collection. This piece is also very colorful, which also appealed to us. The artist, Red Grooms, puts a Picasso filter on the piece, as it looks very similar to the way that Picasso would paint people in an abstract way. The formal element of line also connects to this piece. As you can see in Picasso Goes to Heaven, there aren't very many straight lines. Instead, there are a lot of curved lines. This makes the piece seem whimsical and abstract. There are a lot of people in this piece, and this connects to life, as we will meet a lot of different people from a lot of different places in life.
To me, Picasso Goes to Heaven is an imagery of everybody greeting Picasso as he makes his way into heaven. Looking at this artwork, this brushwork stands out to me. This formal element is used throughout the artwork. Some parts are checkered in by etching, while the rest is painted with brushstrokes in watercolor. The broken color throughout the watercolor brushstrokes gives the painting depth, and gives each character a different tone. This also gives some of the characters a shining effect, which makes the artwork stand out. As we move throughout life, we meet new people all the time. Whether they're big or small people in your life, everybody's a new and different person and memorable for their own reasons. This is why this artwork means something to me. Thank you.